So the great orange man can't give me a break. So Donald Trump decided to use executive authority to try to put a pause on federal aid and grant money. The two programs that were untouched were the payments directly made to people as far as Social Security and Medicare, but there's a big question on what's going to happen with Medicaid. But as of now, recording this video, it has been paused by a federal judge. And I am of two mindsets when it comes to this. So normally the Congress is what actually has the purse and actually allocates funds, and the president just executes whatever the laws are. But the problem is the national debt of the United States. So technically the United States is in debt of $34 trillion. And eventually the interest payments in servicing that debt is going to eclipse defense spending. So there's going to be a debt crisis in the United States at some point. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, it might not be 4 years from now, but it's going to come eventually because we're just racking up so much debt. The problem is we have political cowards in this country, and they will not touch entitlement spending, which is political suicide in their minds. So the current administration could look at this and say, hey, we're going to go through a debt crisis at some point, and these cowards are too scared in Congress to actually get up and do what is required. Obviously, this is just going to be challenged in court, and we're going to see if it actually goes up to the Supreme Court and see what they say. Now, is the Supreme Court right-leaning? Yes, but I do not think the Supreme Court is just sycophants to Trump. They actually ruled against him several times in his first term. And my second mindset on all of this is, how is it that Donald Trump can come in and take executive action, which may or may not break the law, but when we have a Democrat in there, they have to follow the law completely. They can't even try to push their presidential powers in order to help people. The Democrats are completely inept in actually wielding executive authority. One could argue FDR probably did some things that were unconstitutional and illegal, but he pushed his agenda through. And that is what Donald Trump is doing right now. He's pushing his agenda through. And the courts of the United States are going to have to deal with them because the Democrats are too weak to even try to fight Donald Trump.